So, Latrice, can you hear me now? OMG. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me too, Latrice. OMG. I don't know what happened. My mute button was not on, so I'm not sure why you guys couldn't hear me. So what I was asking you to, Latrice, and thank you so much for being here. Um, during Messy Mondays, Carlos kept referring to the fact that they're filming seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He has never said that they were renewed for a new season. What do you think about that, too, Latrice? Because I said on my show yesterday that if they get it, greenlit for a new season, then I would come on my show and I would apologize because I said that I'm 95% sure that they are not going to get a new season. Yes, I will definitely drop the link. I am so disappointed that you guys couldn't hear me all that time. Dropping the link now. Hey, Chronicles of Kim K. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, happy holidays.
I'm so glad you came on because I don't know what happened just now because I was not on mute.
I was like, wait a minute, she's been live for 11 minutes and I don't hear a thing.
Exactly.
I was like, let me let her know just in case she's not aware. And
Yeah.
then you didn't have your picture, so you can't normally see like it looks like you're talking. You know how it'll vibrate to let you know that you're talking. So we didn't see that at all. But it's all good. How you
Yes, I'm
doing?
gonna have to take that off. I am doing great. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
I can't believe that it's New Year's Eve already. I'm not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve already, but it is. So
Yes.
I've been wanting to talk to you about this girl.
Listen, I'm going by what True T said, and I'm going by what Miss Black Titanic said last night. She
What
said
did they
that
say? Because I didn't even
she
know that True G went live last night.
she went live the night before last, and basically, from what I'm gonna tell you what Miss Black Titanic said. She said
Okay.
he is a producer under OWN. He and the Kingdom Reign. It ain't really no Kingdom Reign. I'm, it's not Kingdom Reign anymore.
Okay.
If it's
So
Kingdom
that's what
Reign,
he's gonna put out there that they're in the process of filming the new
I
season.
don't believe it. I don't
So
believe it because I went and did a whole search through all the TV magazines that reports on this stuff, and I have not seen anything about Love and Marriage Huntsville returning for 2025 as of yet. However, the TV Guide has the episode for the 4th of January, and then he said in 3 weeks the reunion. So that's kind of aligned. Um,
mhm.
because
He
I
did
think
say that the reunion will be in about 3 weeks.
So the 4th of Jan, that's that one episode that's titled Mars Soldier, where Marceau is supposed to have some kind of beef with a mellometer. And they actually had that in the description, the mellometer.
In the description of Messy Mondays?
For TV Guide, in the TV Guide for the episode on the
Oh,
4th of
for TV
January.
Guide. Are you serious?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what to believe anymore because I feel like the show is done for the simple fact that Aikisha was able to say that we got picked up for a new season. Why can't he say that about Love and Marriage Huntsville unless it's
I
just not true?
Look, reading the title, let me go over here and read. Listen, network
Mhm.
specialist, when you read that title of the court documents that True T read out night before last, it added five more
I did see that.
additional,
New
yes.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
it's all dealing with Stormy Steele, those additional five.
That's the part I couldn't understand because she has not been a part of that lawsuit up until a couple of nights ago when she did an update.
I figured it was coming though because they have been defaming Miss Black Titanic. She has been
Yes, when she
getting
showed up at that podcast, you know,
yeah, and she
like
kind of
she was
said some
trying to
words to her.
intimidate.
Right. And I think more things have been happening as well coming
Since
from
then.
allegedly, yeah, since then.
Mhm,
But it was after the podcast in I think February, if I remember the documents correctly, that Miss Black Titanic canceled. She did the rule Nolly, where she decided to drop the charges. However, she had the option to bring them back or
mhm.
to ask for them to be reopened. Yeah,
And
but
do you know
that's
if
this.
she's done that yet?
She hasn't because I think this is a better way. To me, honestly, because when they're saying own, and that was something
Mhm,
that was explained, well, not when she was reading the documents, but in a way Miss BT explained that own because Carlos King is just a producer. It's
mhm,
according to, I guess, whatever structure that they can't just name him. So it's own because hey, these your people. You putting out this product, and I guess this is how they're getting more and more information about who's the owner of this product, who is
mhm.
responsible, and so own isn't necessarily dismissed from the lawsuit because there's more things, and I don't blame her because they have. She did that whole shoot looking like she was in a BDSM, P
Mhm.
movie, getting ready,
Exactly, for
acting as
something
if
that
she
was a complete lie
a
because she never
complete
was
lie.
arrested.
The words,
OMG.
the things that have been said about her I've
Mhm.
seen it on Twitter. I know you've seen it on Twitter when that episode came out, when they were talking about her showing up at Stormy's warehouse, but also the just here on YouTube, in
Yeah,
some
I
of
mean,
the
I've seen it
other.
everywhere, and Stormy is such a clout chaser, and she's gonna get just what she deserved because she didn't even have to do all that. You were
She
lucky enough that
didn't.
this lady dropped the charges, and then you wanted to use that as a storyline
She wanted to
and
use it
make up
as,
a whole complete
but see,
lie.
that's the thing. She wasn't. From what my understanding is, okay, we know this whole thing happened, right? And how
Mhm,
Stormy came in it is that own, quote unquote, allegedly whoever's own, own is the one who interfered in Miss BT trying to file the charges because, or going to court or whatever, because of intimidation and all these other things that's
mhm.
alleged by the lawyer who filed the motion.
Exactly, mhm.
Yep, but Miss BT was adamant. She was like, he ain't no, it just ain't no really. And I was trying. I know I had. I think I've already done it since then, but I did a cut and paste.
Mhm.
Were you in Courtney's live last night, her members only?
No, mm-mm.
I cut and pasted it into the chat what Miss
What did
BT
you cut
had
and paste?
written about
Oh,
Miss
what
BT
BT
said
had
that
written?
he's not, yeah, that he's not an executive producer. And she had already said previously, um, on another channel that he had to take a demotion in order for um, Love and
So
Marriage
that came out of
Huntsville to
Carlos King's
continue.
mouth? Did Carlos
Mm-mm,
King say
mm-mm.
that?
That was Miss Black Titanic. This is what's been coming out in court.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I heard that he was demoted. I have heard that,
Hmm. Right.
but I was still waiting to see if we were going to hear anything about whether or not Love and Marriage Huntsville was greenlit for another season.
I
So,
haven't seen it. I think it may have been greenlit, but I just don't think that he may be and have
oh,
anything to do with it.
gotcha. He's just going to be an actual producer, just like Sonny was a producer on his show.
Yes, yes. I don't. I mean, at this point, the way his house of cards are falling, And I don't know. Hey, Aries girl and Sharon.
He might not even have a
Hey,
job, period.
Chronicles of Kim K. Um, the way his house of cards are falling, I just don't have a clue, baby. I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
I know. This is crazy. Yeah.
But you
Hey,
know
Aries
what?
girl.
Yeah, this YouTube life, this YouTube is so much better. I'm telling you, Carlos King has breathed life into YouTube with his
So you're
antics.
saying the YouTube is better than the actual show?
It's better than the actual show.
And
Yes, it
did you
is.
also hear when Carlos King said that these content creators have ruined reality TV?
I did, and he's one too, though.
Nigga, exactly. Like, are you
You're a
talking about
content
yourself?
creator. You're a content
Exactly.
creator
Like,
because, baby, when you had Heavenly on, it was a mess.
mhm,
Heavenly was
yeah,
not a good fit. Well, it was a good fit for to do what he wanted her to do,
to
or
be
his
messy.
mouth. But her opinions, I think it really drove a wedge in between his relationships with his cast. He should have never done this. He should have just asked Heavenly to do it on her
You
own
let her
channel.
come on here and just drag your cast members.
Right.
Like, that was so crazy.
And you know what?
It,
Did you hear? Oh my God, this is what I found that was fun. I had to rewind it a few more times when Dustin started, right when he was about to start going off on Ariane and Martell.
mm-hmm,
Carlos was like,
mm-hmm.
yes, young, these are their opinions. Because, I don't want any more phone calls. I
Do
was
you think
like,
that
I
was Carlos'
knew it.
phone that kept ringing last night?
It was his phone. But when he said
Who do you
phone
think that was?
calls, I think that was
Mhm.
Martell, in my opinion.
You think that was Martin?
Because
Martell
Dustin
was
was
blowing
going
his ass.
in. Martell, for the
Oh
moment
my
Dustin
God.
entered, said his name, that phone started ringing.
Wow. Yeah,
And
because
when
Justin said they deserve each other. They're a match made in
they,
heaven.
I was surprised he said heaven. Yeah, he said a match made in heaven. They are. And then what I
You know
found,
what?
what's
But
that?
listen, that little clique sticks together. Funky Dinita,
Yes,
Justin, all of them. So I feel like the reason why he was speaking on Martell that way is because CK is done with Martell. You can just tell that they're not on good terms. So he doesn't care at this point. He just did that to save face because he doesn't want to be the one. Like he told them, they can say whatever they want to say, but he can't personally drag his cast members. So I
that
think
was it. I think that was his lesson
president
too.
say that about Martell.
Right. That phone call whatever phone call when he said after Tisha's show that night when he said, like, I had a long night and he was real
Mhm.
defiant, I think he realized things was going poorly for him. And you know
I
what?
think
I'm
he
kind of at an
realized that
impasse.
What was that?
I'm at an impasse with him and Martell. I think they're still okay.
You do?
Hmm.
Well, I mean, I think that he's always going to be like that with Martell. I mean, for the simple fact that he cried about Martell on that
Right.
stage.
He created
So
he
I think
created a
he does.
crime for Martell. He well something that's what ethically or morally. What is it when it's a job, an employer that does something wrong towards an employee? Would it be considered a crime if it's an
Ethical.
EEOC complaint?
I think it is ethical.
Okay.
Ethical crime, if you want to, But yeah,
Okay.
he was willing to ruin his reputation for Martell.
Right. Right. Exactly. And
So, I mean, I think that he has a love hate thing. And I think that low key, he's blaming Martell for the ruin of this show, to be honest.
well, we
Because,
always
I
say
mean,
that ish rolls
mhm,
downhill, but now, brother, I always used to say ish rolls uphill.
mhm,
Honestly, because when you're dealing with drama, because you're ultimately the leader, you're the employer, you're the manager, you're the supervisor, you're the one. So if you don't take steps to correct problems,
mhm,
you're the people who work for you going to continue to do what they're going to do because they don't have any direction or no type of
exactly.
punishment for
Martell
any
is that out of
wrongdoing.
control kid that you can't do nothing with. So,
Right. So is
I think
he.
he just,
So is Carlos.
yeah.
You saw how Carlos King was rocking side to side when Willie was talking, like he didn't really want to hear it.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was just thrown off on that whole interview, to be honest.
I have
And
so much respect for Willie because he got on there and he explained his position, how he
mhm,
felt. He didn't have to bring in the ladies in it. He didn't have to bring in, he said what he said as far as his position, but his thing was, you all put us in an unsafe environment to
yes,
the point that
and
one of
mhm,
mine had been assaulted by at least one because the way Latrice and Leticia was saying that the girl got her butt beat. But y'all didn't say that it was 8 people reaching for her. Y'all
wow.
didn't
See,
say
I
that
don't watch the
part.
show. It sounds like you watched the show.
I watched the bootleg. I don't go and give them no views or anything like that. Maybe
Hmm.
sometimes the bootleg may be him. I don't know. But I was watching it bootleg here on YouTube, and yeah, I mean, everyone said from the beginning that it was Willie and Glenn. They were just picking and picking. And again, did you see Millie Chan when she posted the short where right before everyone was getting along?
No,
They
I
were
didn't.
jamming. There's a short that Millie Chun posted, and she was like, "Hey, this came to me," and it showed right before I guess they started filming because at the
Hmm.
time Willie had on a white T-shirt. When they started filming, and he was acting like it was his birthday, I guess he had gone out to the car and put on whatever shirt that he was going to put on, and then that's when he
Hmm.
walked in, acting a mess, like action, like that camera gangster stuff. But they were all sitting there, head bobbing, people dancing. You know what I'm saying? Look, you can see Selena doing her little roll, sexy dance with her
Wow.
blonde wig on. Yeah. Hey
Yeah.
there,
No,
Wet.
I
They
didn't
were
see
all
any of that.
vibing. They
Hmm.
were all vibing. And as soon as that camera came on, here come the antics.
Wow. Hey, dear
And
Yvette. Thank you so much for being here, sis. Wow,
and
I'm just like floored. Like, I can't believe that yet another person has called Carlos King out. Like, I mean, this list is getting so long. Like, this is
he said
crazy.
he had already announced, didn't he already announce before Willie came on that there was going to be another couple added to Bell Collective?
I did not hear that because,
Did
again,
you all
I
hear
don't
that?
watch this. I didn't hear that.
Aries podcast, did you hear that? Any of you all in the chat hear him say that? That or was another couple supposedly coming on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
I didn't even hear that. The only thing I heard was Jazz saying that should she move to, I guess, Mississippi, wherever they're at. But I didn't hear him say anything about another couple.
I didn't know she worked for him.
I didn't either. I thought she
I
was
looked,
one of the cast members
I looked
at
her up.
first.
She did reality. What is it? Reality with Carlos
With
or
the
Carlos?
King.
Yeah, with the King. She did that for him.
And he
But
says
she,
he's going back on tour. Who wants to tour with you? Like, your name is dirt. Like, I don't understand. Have you been seeing this? You know how when So Gucci called him out, has this been all over social media? I'm not
oh
talking
yeah,
about YouTube.
oh
Oh, it
yeah. I
has
see it on Twitter. On Twitter, I have. That's the
on
only,
Twitter. Okay.
I kind of glance through Instagram, but I'm mainly on Twitter and Blue Sky. But yeah, they're still. As a matter of fact, I didn't realize one of the guys who was really kicking up a big fuss about her
Hmm.
interview being taken down, it was a content creator as well. I didn't realize. I think his name is Jay Evans. And he was one of the first that I saw asking, where is the video? Why did you take this down? Why did you do so Gucci like this? So he was
Yeah.
really one of the first ones. So a lot of people have been asking. And hey, Mama Bees.
And Aries girl answered your question. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here. Yes, Mama Bees, we know you cooking. Are you making some pineapple bread, Mama Bees?
Oh my God, I made that the other night. I ate it all up in like 2 days, all by myself.
Really? Oh, I can't
Yeah,
wait to make some more. It
I
was
ate
so
it
good.
all by my dad. That was just real greedy of me. I appreciate that, Mama Bees, for
Girl,
giving me
Mama
an
Beans'
addiction.
recipe is getting around. You hear me? Because somebody else made it the other day. I forget who it was.
Yeah,
Somebody else made it the other day. And Aries girl says she heard it somewhere. She's not sure where, and that was answering your question.
I could have sworn, y'all. I just can't go back over there and listen to it again, but I could have sworn he said with it either they were coming to the bell, maybe I don't know.
Oh, about the couple coming to
Uh-huh. Love, I think it may have
Bell
been Love and
Lakes.
Marriage Huntsville. When I
Oh,
don't
Love
know,
and
but
Marriage Huntsville. He said it's a new couple.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just heard it and I thought it was from him, so I'm not sure. But I do know they don't need no more couples. I think honestly, they need some single people on there. Cause
To be
you know,
honest, the
when
fact that this man won't even give us no updates about the show and that he's just, stringing us along,
he's
people
treating
really
them
should
like
not support that
DC,
show.
he's treating them like he was treating DC. I think he
Yes.
knows. I think he knows, y'all. And I'm gonna say it again. And y'all can tell me I'm wrong, but I really do think that Melody gave Chuck them the deuces after the
I
reunion.
think so too. And I think he knows that if Melody doesn't come back, this show it's a wrap because nobody's gonna watch.
They're trying to figure something out. They're really trying to figure something out, and I'm
That's why
hoping
I say that he's not giving us any information. He's just playing it by ear day by day. And Mama B said, not today, frying turkeys, chicken, making sweet potato pies, coconut cake, and rum cake. Oh, I bet your house smell good. Ooh,
I love rum cake, especially a real good rum cake where I can actually get a little buzz off of. I
I'm
really like rum cake.
not sure if I've had rum cake. I probably have, especially at a
Oh,
funeral, because girl, they have all kind of cakes at funerals.
you'll know. You would know if you had it. You would know if you had it. You'll be
Really?
able to. Yeah,
Oh
you will
my
be able to
God.
know. Uh
Yeah,
huh.
what's her name? Ariane, she thought she did her big one the other day, girl. Like she really thought she did her big one. So I heard some people have been looking her up. Right. Oh my God. Are you one of the ones that looked her up to Latrice? Because I know you will
Mhm.
dig, you will search a person.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what did you find?
You know, she from my hometown where I'm living at, but I had to go find her and see
In
who she
Alabama?
was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Birmingham. Okay,
yep.
yes.
She out of Birmingham. Well, I stay on the outskirts of Birmingham, but yeah. But I believe it. I believe wholeheartedly.
Yes,
But
I
then
definitely believe it. But do you know her or do you know of anybody that
mm-mm,
knows her in Birmingham?
no, listen.
Because I want
I
to know
was
why she
listening
did what she did.
this morning. I was listening to. I guess she has a video out there, and a content creator played it, and it was sad to me. She basically said
Wow.
when she was a teenager, she's been on her own since she was a teenager. Her mom kicked her out the house with the clothes on her back and a sheet, and that
Oh
was
my
it.
God.
That she didn't have anyone in the world that's on her or for her, and that she tends to come to social media to lean on, to find acceptance. She talked about she did what she do, and she got to do and
Was
did
this
everything she.
after she did the interview with Coleslaw
Mm-mm.
or before?
This is something. This is before. This is something that's just out there on her social media, her Facebook.
Oh, so she's a hurt person.
Yeah, she's one of those that's
Wow.
yeah, one of those that we see in our community, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
she was saying it was sad, and that gave me a whole different perspective, because now you can tell that she has a felony. She didn't really say why she went to jail, but she did say coming out of jail,
So
trying
she
to
can't
find
really
good,
get a good job.
can't get a good
And that's
job.
probably why she's letting men use her. Hey,
Right.
Cece. Hey,
Hey,
sis.
C, hey, CC, and she went into the strip club and she did whatever she had to do. So it's not a big shocker to me that she would be used that way, or she would
Yeah,
put
I said
herself
that on
out
my
to be
live
used that
yesterday. You
way.
could just tell that she's the type of person that puts all her business out there and, she doesn't care. Like, you can just tell she's lived a rough life, basically.
Yeah, and she was looking. I felt kind
And
of
they took
bad
advantage of that.
when Dustin was going in on her kind of hard, because I'm looking at
Mhm.
some of her pictures, and she got and actually, yes. Oh, and she was really harping on the fact that people say that she looks like a man because she has a strong chin.
Oh
And
my God.
Yeah, so just imagine all of that, hearing all of that. So you can already know what's going on with her. So it probably was really
Mhm.
simple and really easy to get her to come out to entertain them.
Exactly. I mean, she probably would come out for about $50. Hey, Mahogany Meeks, thank you so much for being here. And Cece said, yes, her story is so sad. She needs help. I felt for her.
I
Yes,
did
from what
too.
I've heard since the interview, you know, I'm starting to feel sorry for her because I feel like they took advantage of somebody who is just going through some things and probably needed the money. And I mean, and just for them, they're, you know, Martell is considered to be a low key celebrity. So for a celebrity to reach out to her to ask her to do this interview, even what they did in Vegas. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? She probably thought she was special because these celebrities, you know, reality TV
But
stars, I'm
what
going to call them that, reality TV stars want to be with me, you know.
but from what my
Wow.
understanding is, if we're looking at the timeline, I could have sworn, didn't Martell say it was while Marceau was still working at the movie theater?
He
Because
did
he's the one who
he did
paid
say
for the
that.
trip. Okay, so we're looking at Marceau stopped working at the movie theater. We can say 2018 ish, 2017,
Mhm.
2018, right? The show came out
Yep.
January 2019. So
Hmm.
during that time frame, she had to be 18, 19. I'm not even going to go younger, y'all, but y'all do the
He took
math.
advantage of that young girl. And
Y'all do
then
the math.
rid of her. Oh my God. On the same trip. I could
Yep.
see if he tried to ghost her after the trip, but he tried to get her to go with the old white man, like, you know what I'm saying, while she was still on the
Mhm.
trip.
But she was still on the trip. Hey, Mahogany Mix, my sis. Yep, she did.
That was, yeah, they
Because
did
he was,
her wrong.
I went, they did do her wrong. And then to treat her even worse while you got her out here in a different state. And I
Hmm.
mean, whatever she did, yeah, she did it because she said that was the first time that she ever had, did a freak off like that.
And keep in mind, during that time, you know, everybody was talking about, oh, I'm getting flued out. You know what I'm saying? So that was during the flued out area where everybody was just like that,
Right.
what was so popular. So she thought she was doing her big one.
She did. She did.
And
She
those
really thought that.
older men took advantage of that young girl. Just like I heard somebody say, I mean, it's almost like a P. Diddy. That's almost like, you know, trafficking. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? That's just a
Especially
shame. Like
consider
these,
how young she was. And yeah, they
mhm,
don't know any, but I think honestly, I think people in there until you hit about 25, I'd probably even say about 27, you don't know nothing still. You still trying to
exactly.
figure things out unless you've already experienced some things in life that made you age, mature a little bit faster. But you still kind of young and
Yeah,
impressionable.
honestly, I feel like people don't really start maturing until they hit their 30s.
Me
And
too.
even then, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know,
Right.
a little shaky. But in your 20s, honestly, that is the time when most people, you know, they make their mistakes. They, you know, do everything so that they don't have to be in their 50s still trying to do all this crazy, wild stuff. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So a lot of people
Exactly.
make mistakes in their 20s, you know.
Yes. I looked at it. What I just remember having a conversation. I was on somebody's panel, and I was just stunned to see
Yeah.
how Ariane looked at that Miguel Polo Classic versus.
Hmm.
I didn't know filters did all that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Well, did
I would
because
have been. I
Martell
would have been
never
used
wants to be
filters.
on camera because she has on those filters.
I didn't know those filters really change her lip
They be having
structure.
Ariel looking a lot
It
better than what
changed
she
her.
actually looks like.
It changes her cheek, her bone structures with her cheek. I have never, never, never known. Never, never
Wow.
known.
And Cece said, we know this lady's backstory. What's Tisha's story for getting trains run on her?
Her mama,
Okay.
her mama, her mama sent her out there without telling her to do better and know and give her the game. Like real talk, I know it was because all that mess that they probably was so happy that she got into a college that she ain't sit her down and teach her the game. to love herself,
Mhm.
respect herself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wanda
Anybody who
probably
paid
really
her a
thought
bit
she
of
was doing
attention,
it.
and you got
Because
this
she got a
light
daughter in
skin,
college.
right? And you got light skin Marceau trying to holler. You know what I'm saying? She had her mind blown, baby. It's
But
probably
check this out. I feel like that those brothers have it like flipped around. I feel like Marceau likes lighter skinned women, and I feel like Maurice like
I've
dark
always
skinned
thought
women.
that. I always
You
thought
know
that
what I'm
too.
saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've always
And
thought
and
that
that's
too.
and that's what makes me feel like they be wife swapping because
Right.
they're attracted to the opposite of what they're actually married to.
Uh
Like those
huh.
brothers are so disgusting. And the reason why I believe all of this stuff and all of this raunchy behavior is because I don't know if you've seen it, but a while back, Black Titanic was telling us stories like this on her channel.
She
She was telling
was.
us story. Yes.
Yes, she
I wish
was.
we can. Yeah, she was saying something about some man had a wife, but he was low key. You know what I'm saying? And the wife had no idea, but everybody else knew.
Somebody else,
So that,
someone just recently said that. Two other content creators said that there is a. I know one did. Two of them did said that there is a couple where the wife is really into women and the husband is into men.
oh my God, they live in Huntsville
They were on a show.
on the show.
I thought I thought it was the weather girl, allegedly, in my opinion, only because when Mel told the story about, I never can remember this. Is it called motorboard, boat
Yeah,
board, whatever that thing is?
motorboarding or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that whoever went out that night, because it wasn't Tisha and it wasn't Kimmy, from my understanding.
Hmm.
Whoever went out, those are the ones who was, you know, motorboarding, whatever it's called.
Honestly, the way that Stormy is so,
How
I
she be up in the
mean,
strip club?
no, not even that. No, she has this like thug like persona. I don't see her
Hmm.
being with a man that is really into other men. I don't see that. I can believe that Stormy likes women, but I'm not so sure that I believe that Courtney likes men.
Right. I think it could be. I think it could be 2.0 in my opinion, only
Yeah,
because
if I had to pick a person, I would say that it was Marcel and
I,
Tisha or Kimmy and Maurice. I mean, because
well,
we've
maybe,
actually
but then
seen
too,
them in action.
we did see Maurice in the swimming pool with that lady sitting on
Yeah.
his lap talking in his ear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're definitely
Hmm.
swingers for sure. I
Yeah,
really believe that.
I
And
believe it
then
too.
what sealed the deal for me was when Marceau was rubbing Tisha's hair, not Tisha, Kimmy's hair.
Oh yeah, when he was
Like,
tucking her, yeah, he was fixing her hair.
yes, that was the oddest thing for me.
What
Like,
was odd
that
to
was,
me is when the other brother said that Kimmy was supposed to be his wife.
oh, MG. That is a
Yeah.
weird
Y'all
thing.
remember that? That wasn't it
And
Mark who said that Kimmy was supposed to be his wife, but Mark was dating Kimmy's friend.
I've never
Oh
seen
no,
that.
he was married. He was married to her friend. It's a whole
And
convoluted mess, is what they
and
have going
then you
on.
also got to think about the fact that their other brother, Basement Billy, said that he had been touched.
Isn't that
And I
Mark?
think I'm not sure. I just call him Basement Billy, honey. I don't even know what his
I
name
think that's
is.
Mark. I think that's Mark, and then you
That
have
might be
Micah.
Mark. Yeah,
Uh
Mark and
huh.
Micah. So I think that they were appeasing him because they didn't want him to tell more stories because they know that he knows the real deal. Like, why bring Basement Billy on the show? Like they didn't even really
Well,
bring Micah on the show like that.
well, because he told us Kimmy wanted to get back at Mel. He told us
Yeah,
that.
I believe that had something to do with it, but I also believe that they were scared that the same thing like with Martell, that, Basement Billy holds all of their secrets.
You know what? You're right because I remember Marceau saying something to the effect where no one can really control him. He's a
Exactly.
wild
He's
card.
another
You're right.
Martell.
Yep, he's a
Hey,
wild card.
Katrina, thank you so much for being here
Hi,
again.
Patrinia. How you doing? That's
Yeah,
right.
Basement Billy holds all of the family secrets. And the fact that he came out and he said that he had been touched. So I imagine that there's been a lot going on in that family. It
Yeah,
wasn't just
yeah.
him. So, you know, um, yeah, Basement Billy also had some secrets that they don't want to get out there. So he was just, doing whatever he wanted to do. That's why nobody called him out. I don't feel like Kimmy wanted to get back at Mel that bad. Because keep in mind, even though she's
I
not
do.
really, fooling with Melody now, Melody was the one who had her a party when she, after her cancer journey.
Oh, that was all. That was just male being male. I
Yes,
I
but
all of this happened with the dissolution of the 47 acres. That 47
mhm,
acres was supposed to make each and every one of those families millionaires.
they were supposed to be able to live out the lies they tell if they would have gotten
Right.
those 47 acres.
Had the
So
whole
they were
project.
banking on that and being
hmm
on this show.
And being
So
on the
he
show.
shut everything down.
hmm
That is, mm-mm-mm.
But
This
I
is
tell you
crazy.
what, I want to say big up to Aikisha, woo woo, with the
I
reindeer,
Keisha now,
with the
she
little
did her big
reindeer
one.
ears, with her little Christmas ear thing on, headpiece on, and
Let me
she even
tell you.
took it like a G. When Carlos was like, I don't have any questions for you. She's like, oh,
Carlos didn't want
okay.
her up there because she wasn't supposed to be in the interview. So basically, what do they call it when you in
But
somebody's
he can't
picture?
try to he can't try to run this woman in front of her husband because you saw how Willie was
hmm
looking at. He really shut down after that
Oh yeah,
when
it was
Carlos
time to
was being
tell him, all right,
sassy with.
so we not coming back. It's time to go.
Yeah, he he
But
he was he was not feeling him talking to her like that, and that's why he signed
but
off real quick.
exactly. I feel like that out of everything that all of these women have done and called out Carlos, I feel like what she did was better than all of that because even
It
though
was
she came out and said what she said, what was the other girl on Love and Marriage Detroit? She quit and she came out and said some things.
who quit.
The one that was married to the other football player. She was on the DC show.
Oh, you talking about Winter?
Not Winter, the one that brought Winter on the show,
Oh, Monique.
Monique.
Uh huh.
You know, I feel like Monique said what she said, Winter said what she said, so Gucci said what she said, Mel said what she said, but what Aikisha did last night, oh my God,
I
that was
think that
it.
we,
I'm sorry.
I think that changed. I wouldn't be surprised if
That
Gucci
changed the game
if Gucci's gonna
because she did
because huh
she did that shit to his face,
she
okay,
did
on his platform
she did
with such
in her
style and
and like
grace.
Aries said in her home house in her own home. I'm sorry, correction, in her own mansion that he really can't control her in, but he tried to.
Exactly. Like, did you really think these people got money? Did you really think that they're gonna just continue to go for this mistreatment? Like, Carlos really think he that guy. Carlos, you are not that guy. And
He
Every
just shows
Girl
a
podcast,
dislike of women. He disliked
a
women.
very strong dislike for women. And that's why I'm glad a woman took his ass out. Yes. And Every Girl podcast says Aikisha was in her own house. Carlos couldn't tell her where to be. Exactly.
All I
Mm-hmm.
know is when I saw him after she gave him that kudos and he was eating that kudos up like a old self-absorbed person would. And when
Yes.
she dropped that bomb and he still had that smile on his face with that head cocked over, it was over. It was over for me. Oh, LG, it was over. Were you in the chat last night, the network specialist?
I was not in the chat. For whatever reason, I always forget, even though I always, I do a lot of his, reactions to his Messy Mondays, but I always forget to watch it on Monday. So I usually watch it after the fact. But I did, I was on Queen Sheba so for a little while. So I did figure out, and then I went to watch it after the fact. So I didn't see it in real time.
Okay, okay. Okay, because the chat, and hey, if you all ever on your phone and you want to see if a chat is still available, because I know some people, I've helped with this, make sure you look on your phone and on the comments box. There's always one, two, or three little dots on the right hand side in the comments box. Don't open up the comments box, but you'll see it and you have to toggle it. So you'll just swipe it left or right, however your phone is, in order to see if there were live comments, if the live chat was left up, baby, honey.
Mhm.
And it was. I have to admit it was something that Courtney pointed out, that this 5 carat person, whoever that 5 carat person was, as soon as Aikisha came out and said something, she was like, "Ooh, Aikisha is not feeling Carlos at all." She called, and
Wow.
then
So
next
she knew
thing you
what was
know,
coming.
I don't know if she knew, but I know after Aikisha did what she did, she's like, "I'm done with this show." She's like, I'm
Wow.
done. She's like, no, good grief, no. And she's like, I'm done.
Wow.
So,
And Cece said, I said this earlier, but this is why Carlos dislikes actually empowered women.
hmm, hmm. And she's not
I don't
even
know
the
what.
star of the show. So he can't even blame it on her being the star of the show. And that this star that he gave her the opportunity to shine is what made her. He can't even say that because she was already
No,
that girl prior.
exactly. Exactly. And he's just mad because these women are able to rise above him. And the other thing that I love so much about what went down last night is the fact that she was able to pitch all of her, the things that she has going on to let this man know this just because I'm not going to be on your ratchet ass show anymore, baby, I got some things going on. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So yes, I am definitely booked and busy. So she let him know that before she, said what she said. She got
I think he
everything out.
knew. I think he knew. I think personally, he found it humorous. Um,
Hmm.
Even when they tried to joke on the girl in the pink and how Willie never cracked a smile because it was his niece who had gotten jumped on in the parking lot. I'm glad they brought
Hmm.
that up because that's almost as if you all knew that she was in a hostile environment. You all invite
Hmm.
these people that's open to the public certain things, and this is what happens, especially when you have cast members starting it. Let me ask you:
You know,
who do you think
uh-huh.
was? Do you think we already know Willie took accountability, whether he was provoked or not. So we already know. What do you feel? How do you feel about Glenn and Cliff's role in the debacle?
Don't watch that show.
Oh, you don't watch the show.
No,
Oh,
Bell.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I only saw Aikisha. I think I started watching it last season, and that may have been. I don't know if that was Aikisha first season. Last season, I'm not sure, but they really short episodes, so it won't take long to catch up with it if you want to go see it. But
Yeah, I mean,
it was
after
one
Aikisha
thing
did what she did, she got a lot of people wanting to go and watch that show now.
she does because people want to see where the breakdown happened, and they're probably gonna once they go and see it, they're gonna see the problem with Latrice and they're going to see the problem with
Mhm.
Leticia, especially the problem with Clifford. And if they look at last season, the way he was yanking her up, and she had all thumbprints, fingerprints all on her arms and stuff, and he calling her a bitch and telling her to take this, what is it, the microphone, unmic her. What you gonna do to her? That you gotta
Wow.
unmic her. Yeah. Had grabbed her. She had bruises and stuff all on her arms. So it was easy for anyone to assume that he's abusive to her because one, he did it in a parking lot full of people. So anybody who
Wow.
cares about how you're
Carlos King
perceived,
is lucky if he's able to get a job after this because he's been called out by just too many people. And Sharon says all of them are a bunch of nasty freaks. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they beyond. I think
Carlos,
they beyond free. I think they on the. I think they're beyond freaks, Sharon. I don't know what to call it. Then we got to
yeah,
find us another. I think
they over
freaks
there
are too. That's
in the
too mild.
INTEST realm. That's where they're headed. That's what it's
Yeah,
looking like. Yeah, it's getting a little too weird.
I believe her, and I
And
believe that girl. She was a beautiful girl. She probably was struggling, and has gone through some struggles. And if she said that she Chantel said that she didn't have anyone to lean on, that's not going to change. I didn't hear her say anything about children. So I don't know if she has any kids or
so
anything
many
like
different
that.
stories out here. I heard she didn't have any kids. Then I heard she had 7 kids. I also heard that she was a psychic. Did you hear that?
Yeah, somebody was saying that, that she was a psychic. Hold on, I'm gonna go on Facebook and look her up. Let's go see. Let me go see what she talking about.
And while you look
Chantel,
that up,
Chantel.
Carlos really does listen to content creators because you know how a lot of us has said that Carlos King, something must have happened between him and his mother. Like, maybe his mother didn't like the fact that he was GAY or whatever the case may be. He made a point last night when he was talking about Married to Medicine and when Heavenly said what she said about Contessa's mom, who has been deceased, I want to say since
Right,
2010 or something like that. He was just like, oh, I don't play about my mama. Oh, oh, my mama was he just really boosted up the fact that he had a good relationship with his mom. And I think he's
right,
only saying that because he's heard a lot of us say that he couldn't have had a good relationship with his mom by the way that he treats women, especially black women.
right.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
when you
say
just
this:
listen to Carlos King, uh-huh.
whatever happened to Chantel, it happened probably starting about 2 years ago, maybe because she looks great. 2 years ago, she looks great.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she
Okay,
looks
so
to
it looks
me.
like she kind of started going down over the last 2 years.
Hmm. Yeah, you have her. You have her information, right?
No, I haven't looked up into Shantia. Is that her name, Shantia?
Mm-hmm.
What's her name on Facebook?
Chantel, Shanteal, Webb, Webb.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, something happened, and because she was bad. I mean, you just
So
got to
Latrice, she live in
whatever.
your city, girl. You need to get
Yeah,
the D. You need to check around, see if you guys have some mutual friends or something. How long have you been in Birmingham?
I was born in Detroit, raised down here, so this is home. But she's not in my age group, and
Oh, so you wouldn't
I
know
would have.
her. And you don't
You
have
know
any
what?
young cousins or
Let me
somebody who may have
see.
went to school with her?
Hold on. I just checked mutual. My cousin is a mutual of hers. I'm gonna have to call and ask her about her.
Yes. Because
I'll
at
be
the end of
damned.
the day, maybe somebody can talk her into doing another interview and you know what I'm saying? Even if we have to maybe send some cash outs to get this girl to come and tell the real tea and to say that Martell was also in that room.
Or to treat her with a little bit more respect that didn't have to be
Exactly. That's
so
exactly what I
shady.
would want. Even if we had to get together and pay for it, I would be willing to invest for this girl to come back out and do a video and say how they really just took advantage of her in a time where she was very vulnerable. And they got her liquored up.
They
So
did,
yeah.
especially when she was drinking that old Inez wine, aka Boone's Farm, aka Mad Dog
Hmm.
2020, aka
Girl, you know
Wild
that
Irish
cheap wine get
Rose.
you drunk quick.
You know,
You know
that
what
be
I'm
that
saying?
that be that hard stuff, that real bad stuff. But yeah, she's I think whatever misfortune she may have had may have only been a few years ago, and um honestly, I would
Kiki said
probably
she could be
say,
bipolar.
let me see what this picture is of her on I would say this though, on one of these pictures,
Hmm.
let me see when she took this picture. Let's see. This picture was taken in 2020.
I mean, she's
Uh,
not a bad looking girl. And
child, please.
just think 20 years
Teacher probably
ago, I mean not
teacher
20
probably would
years
have been
ago, but
fighting
12
her.
years
Yeah, teacher would have been fighting her had she run across her. She would have been fighting her for real.
ago. Because it seems like Tisha is intimidated by the lighter colored, women,
Yes.
if you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
Yes. Yeah, she
Her
would have
and
been
her
fighting
mom.
her. And this was just 4 years ago. So this is around the time I can see why old Marty Mar was keeping contact with her as well. I can
Hmm.
see that, you know.
And then when she make that statement, um, if he was with somebody, what did she say? He was faithful to both of y'all?
Yeah.
Like, girl, you have been with Martell for real. Like, it was so obvious that she was trying to protect Martell.
I
And I really
know.
believe that's why she was mixing his name in with Marceau's.
I thought that was all she had been catching the shade that Ariane was throwing. So for her to throw that
Hmm.
out to me, that she knew. She knew. And
Hmm.
Ariane's stupid because at one point it did look like to me that old Marty kind of slyway had his little lip, his finger up to his lip
Hmm.
when they were
Like
talking. You
he
know
was
what I'm saying?
reminiscing.
No, like he was telling her to shut up.
Oh,
And
okay,
that's
gotcha.
when he would over talk. I believe her. I believe her. I believe her. I believe her. The
You
same way
definitely believe her
y'all,
because
the
we already
same
know
way.
about those brothers.
That's
I
right. The
mean,
American public, and the way the Scots had the American public to include Wanda, believe in everything about Melody. So I believe everything this young lady is saying.
and Wanda didn't even
Absolutely.
really deny it. She was saying, "Oh, well, if he did it, that was 12 years ago. It
It wasn't
doesn't
no 12
matter."
years ago. Wanda is stupid as hell. How is it 12 years ago when they didn't say what was it about the 12 years? How did the 12 years come up? No, the
She was
12
just
years is Ariane being with Martell for 12 years.
no, I thought she was saying that when he used to work at Monaco, that's how long ago it was.
But it wasn't 12 years ago that he was fired in like 2017. Somebody put all the paperwork up.
Mm-mm-mm. And Aries
Yeah,
girl said
somebody
she
had the
looked
whole
really good
paperwork.
before
Someone had pictures of
her
him
recent.
in his Monaco uniform where he was a little hippie. He was real
Wow,
hippie, you know. So yeah, it
that's a
wasn't
darn
12 years
shame.
ago.
Well, she's trying to make it seem like if it was true, it happened, a long time ago, whatever. Either
No
way, it still
wonder.
happened while he was with Keisha.
No
Like,
wonder.
she
We ain't
looking
even
real
trying to
crazy
hear
out
that.
here.
Yep.
So,
We ain't even trying to hear that, Wanda.
look
Because
like
12
Aries
years
girl
ago,
already
she
looked her
would have been
up.
16, 17 years old. So she need to check her timeline. That girl would have been real young.
Mm.
12 years ago.
Well,
Yep. That's
well,
20.
Wanda is just trying to, she listened to the content creators as well. Because when she first came out, she was very light with it and she was just saying, oh, those were lies, whatever. She didn't have a lot to say. But after she seen how people were dragging Maurice and Marceau on YouTube, then she had to come back and go a lot harder, and talk about Ariane, and Martell. So yeah, she's definitely listening to the content creators too, just to see how to respond to this whole situation.
Well, yeah, well, you're right. 12 years ago, she still would have been 19. If he was at Monaco, we know he didn't stop working until like it was around or right before the pandemic, right? He got fired right before the pandemic. because they found out he
Mhm.
was having those parties there.
Yeah,
At the,
the reason why I believe it is for the simple fact that Maurice said out of his own mouth that he has been with six people in one day. Those couldn't have been all women. Those had to be men. Some of those had to be men
you
running
think
a
so? You
train.
don't think so? You don't think six women would have been lined up to get with him?
Hell no, that man can't handle six women. I believe it was men and women. I believe, if anything, it was probably Maurice, Martel, Marceau, and three other women. That's what I believe. They had an orgy, basically. That part.
These
And
dogs are
he
going
felt
out.
so comfortable saying that, you know. So, mm,
I'm trying. Well, they said that she was the one who was with her when she went over there for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
mhm.
That she's.
You
I'm
talking
trying to
about
find the picture.
coleslaw?
Shan. Shan. That was the one who took a picture with her for the whole Scrappy when Scrappy got a divorce,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
Coleslaw supposed to be
Hmm.
trying to get on. Yeah, that was Shan, and it was. It looked like her. It looked like her. It
Shane,
definitely
who
looked
is
like her.
Shane? You mean the publicist?
No, the one who was on this picture. I mean, the one they just interviewed.
Oh, she was with Ariane that night.
I'm trying to find it now. Yep, I'm trying to
And
make
then
sure, but it looks
said that
like
she
her.
was in the picture in Vegas.
Uh
I
huh.
haven't seen the picture lately.
Not Vegas, not Vegas. This was when they were in Atlanta when after Scrappy got divorced.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is they also said that the girl that did the interview was in that picture. Remember when Marie said that no, that was another place. I see what you're saying. Because I think Ariane was there. And he said
Right.
he never met Ariane.
Okay, hold
Hmm.
on. I see. I found someone. Okay, hold on. I don't think that's that girl with the Love and Hip Hop. No, her name is Gigi. I think Gigi. Her name is Gigi De Niro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't think that's her.
Gigi was the one that was there during the Love and Hip Hop when Scrappy was
Yes,
having that party. Oh, okay.
yes. So let me try to see the ATL picture and the Scots. Let's just see something right quick.
Hmm.
I have to figure out. I'm gonna have to go way back to try to find that because YouTube just don't just pull up stuff when you try to search for it. I don't understand why they did.
Did you see me on Twitter yesterday, liking all your stuff?
I
I think that was
I was on
last
there
night.
last night. Yep, I hadn't really been. Yeah, I hadn't really been back on there to
Oh
check
my
the
God, they
notifications.
dragging they dragging mail so bad. Like I just said,
Yeah,
mm-mm. I say Twitter is not the place for me because I don't. My eyes don't even need to see all of this.
some of them,
They
most
was
of them,
like,
I
"Oh,
stood up.
she's not a fit for the show," and all that. Like, girl,
She is.
like these people are crazy.
And you know what?
Like,
This is what gives me that even with all the new information that has come out, you all still can't see why she would treat these people this way. You all still don't see it.
and they call us a cult. Really?
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? You're telling me that after knowing that each and every one of them, especially the women, have known about
Hmm.
this RP, and none of you all haven't said, "Well, damn, wait a minute, let me
None of
back
them
up."
have been
Maybe
able to put themselves in her shoes. That's what gets
none of
me.
them, basically, and
And
that's why.
Sharon said, "Life be life, and everybody don't look the same as they did 10 years ago. It depends on the circumstances." Yeah, absolutely.
I think my girl Sharon is my sister Sharon is probably about 7 minutes behind us.
And
She'll catch
Cece
up when
said,
she
"I got
when
rid
she
of
can when
Twitter
she hit
X
it, she gonna be
and went
like,
to Blue Sky."
let me let her know to speed up just a little bit. That she just a little bit behind. Or what I do.
Oh yeah. And Cece said that she got rid of Twitter and X and went to Blue Sky. What is Blue Sky? What happened? drop the link again. I'm not sure. I think she got kicked out. I've never heard of Blue Sky, CC. Took Latrice, where you at? There she is. Let me see. Did you get kicked out, Took Latrice?
I did. I got kicked
Yeah,
out.
I do believe. I think Sharon is behind because she said I definitely believe her. Hmm. Have you heard of Blue Sky?
Yes, I signed up for it.
What is that?
Yeah,
Is it like another Twitter?
it is. It's similar to Twitter. It's just getting started, and I think we all need to just go ahead and migrate over there because who wants to be on a platform that the shadow president of the United States is is in charge, who
Exactly.
owns? You know what I mean? So. But it works. It's
Exactly.
similar to Twitter, especially too. You need to go on and sign up so you can keep your name. Because even Kim
Mm.
Power was saying how someone had already sold his name
Wow. On Blue
over on.
Sky?
Yep, they took
Oh,
it from Yep. So go ahead and sign up just so you can have you can have your name already in there. So far, it's free. I
today
haven't
is
done
my
much
first
else
time
to
even
it.
hearing about Blue Sky. I never heard
Yeah,
about it before. Cece just mentioned it.
yeah. As a matter of fact, I I think that okay. I saw someone who profiled. I think she was on another content creators panel, and I've seen her on Twitter because her name is her Blue Sky name. And so I guess
Okay.
that's her way. Yeah. And I had noticed that. Yep. So it's probably picking up steam since the election, but it's been out there for a little bit.
She said Blue Sky was
Oh,
created by Twitter's original owner. People, celebrities, and organizations have been going there instead of Twitter. Okay.
okay. Thank you, CC. CC be knowing all that little information. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she like you. She be knowing what's going on. But I ain't found nobody that be on top of this LAMH like you two, Latrice.
I be on it,
I
but you
ain't.
know what? There's some that have that memory though. Like Simply Beautiful has that
Mhm.
memory, and a couple of more CCs. Hershey's one of them who can go back
Yeah, hers is
and
good. Uh-huh.
have a good recall with a lot of things, and there's a few more that's out there as well. That when I'd be glad to see them come in the chat so I can ask a question right
Hmm.
quick because I
I
wanted to
know
go
that's
back.
right. You
Let
that
me
person
ask
for
you
me,
all
honey.
this.
Hmm.
I I am trying to pinpoint. We know that the Scots that Mel did bring up about his previous cheating, but who was it? It was Marcel, right? When they were, I think it's episode 4, the anniversary dinner, when they were in the limo driving to when he was driving to pick up the host. He said, "Yeah, somebody's been a busy bee." Especially considering the conversation that we've had, they've been real busy. And I was trying to
Wow.
find the conversation that he was trying to say. And the only conversation was one where I guess oh, that's probably the question that Mel asked about somebody cheating or still cheating, and you gave them a chance. Maybe that's the question that she brought it up. I'm kind of
Hmm.
confused as to when it really hit that he was still cheating. Not that he had
When
cheated
it
before, but he was still
when it
cheating
hit with mail that
on
Martell was still cheating.
on the show when it came out on the show. And who is the no kidding the one to say it that he was still cheating? Who other than Mel, or was it Mel? Does anyone know? If y'all see
I'm not
Simply
sure.
Beautiful, y'all ask her for me and just let me know if you all run across her in the chats.
Oh, you think she'll know, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She even know the little details, small details that you probably wouldn't even have caught for every single episode.
Wow.
Yeah, she's really good like that. Really good like that. But
I wish somebody would just tell us something like I haven't have Glamorous been going live?
I think y'all want to know my. This is what I'm thinking. What happened? I'm thinking that he
Mhm,
may have taken demotion. Yes, he may have. However, I think
mhm,
this demotion from executive producer to
mhm.
down to producer also came with some stripping or some sharing of some creator credits towards Mel. I'm thinking that OWN is doing everything that they can to give her everything that she wants rather than
So that
her
she'll
trying
stay.
to do a lawsuit. And so she won't do a
Wow.
lawsuit.
Well, if anything, I hope that if she's gonna stay with Love and Marriage Huntsville, I want it to be behind the scenes. Like, I don't want her to share space with these low life people.
I
You
do.
know?
I do.
You
I want
do?
her to do exactly what she's doing. I love to see Miss Poise, who always try to be so poised, Kimmy. She was real
I don't want
frazzled.
that because I
She
feel
was
like
frazzled.
they're
She,
tarnishing her name, her good name. Like,
that,
I feel like the fact
you
that
think
she went
so?
through, yes, the fact that she
Yeah,
changed her name, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Just be done. I mean, don't tarnish your good name because her name is still associated with this show,
It is.
So
But
I just
even
want
more
her
so,
to either.
even more
Mhm.
than ever, she's almost elevated to almost a martyr of reality TV because of what she was forced to go through.
That's
And
true, but I feel like
even
wherever
still
she
showing up.
goes, mhm,
hmm
her I feel like wherever she goes, her fan base will follow her. So, I
Oh
mean,
yeah. I don't care where she go. As a matter of fact, I got 7th Avenue in yesterday. I bought that little the peach and blueberry duo body cream for doing the TikTok special. So that came in yesterday.
yes, girl, I
So
got
yeah,
so much stuff. It's just ridiculous. I'm definitely team Seventh Avenue Beauty, like Seventh
right.
Avenue Beauty lifestyle.
SAB
I
squad,
love
woo
it.
woo. We
SAV squad
definitely
all day, every day.
all day. Look, and I tried to get those tights, but that didn't work out. Um, but you know what?
Really?
I'm not gonna be on here because I got to go and pick up this rental car. After the holiday, I'm gonna roll up to see my son again, and
Hmm.
I am. I think she already gone. I think she's gone,
I think she's
and I
going to,
think,
because she
yeah,
did
she's.
everything but say it, at that when God says go, and I think God done told her to go. Cece said, I still have Seventh Avenue Beauty stuff being delivered too. Cece, did you get your package? I know Mama B said she got her package from me. Yeah, I think it's a wrap, honestly. At
It
least I
is.
hope it is. Have you
And then
heard
if you think back, if oh, I'm sorry, but if you think back to the way Kimmy was talking when she was on that Mr. Mondays, and it was almost as if she was pitching not only why she should keep her job, but
Mhm.
also why or maybe and how they can improve the cast or things like that. Did you
To
notice that?
me,
Huh? Kimmy, yeah. Kim, yeah, when she was
but
like,
to me, the
you
way
know, you
everybody has been talking is like they haven't gotten, a new contract, like it's just a wrap. Like they're in limbo, just like you said, how they did the DC cast. And Aries Girl says, I want Melody to have her own show on OWN under her production company, Tilted Crown, with an entirely different cast. Carlos can shop a different show with the Scots that will flop elsewhere. Exactly. That's my hopes,
it may
Aries
not
Girl.
flop if they do Ratchet. I mean, the only thing that's gonna work is that Tisha's gonna have to realize that she's gonna have to do some suffering. So he's gonna have to cheat, or she's gonna have to cheat. Something's. It's just gonna. No one wants to see a happy marriage in reality TV. No one wants to see that. And
Like
with
they
their
said,
reputation, they
Carlos
want,
ruins marriages.
yeah, they want to see the salaciousness, especially if they're under, if it's that type of reality TV. They just want to see the salaciousness. And if they're not willing to give that, then, you know, no one's going to watch it because she's boring. She's a stay at home mom. And shout out to the stay at home moms. But what does she do? She doesn't talk about anything other than, oh, let me go get the kids. Oh, I got to take the kids to the picture. Oh, take picture. Oh, what else are you doing? Are you doing anything from the home? At one point, I thought her and Destiny was supposed to be doing this business. Um, I don't know. I don't know. They don't interest me at all. Maurice doesn't interest me. He talks too much. He acts like
And
he
like Mel
knows
said,
everything.
he comes
Yeah,
across like he's this and he's that, and then on the other hand, he's doing all of this ratchet stuff. Oh, he's
that's why.
disgusting.
That's why he got mad because she said you present yourself.
Exactly. Oh
That's
my
why she
gosh,
didn't say that you.
that was a good comeback that Mel had for him. Like he couldn't say anything. Like you could just tell like he was fuming. Cece said, I would love for Mel to have a successful reality show on Bravo and a property preservation show on HGTV.
I would too, especially the
Yeah,
property. I was just
we're
watching.
definitely gonna follow her.
Yeah, I would love to see that because she's TV. Even Marcel's not TV. I mean, maybe I will even. I think they call them reality docu series or whatever they call it. I would even like to see a docu series based around Melody, where she can be herself. She can have some other people, and there can be some light drama, but nothing
I would
as
even like to see a show with her and her kids and just watch them grow.
something,
And
something
yeah,
other than that. Because she's good. She looks good on TV, and we all have to admit that there is some vanity when it comes to what we want to watch on TV. And the Scots are not what we want to see on
not at
TV.
all.
They need to bring.
And
I was so happy to see that Ken's friend on TV.
what's
When
Ken's
Ken went to
friend?
that house, the one Will, whatever his name is, I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord.
Oh yeah.
Another
Was that
different,
his brother?
somebody different. He said it was
I
his
thought that was
friend
his
or best
brother.
friend.
Oh, okay. And yeah, Aries said that the Scots will do just fine on Zeus.
They're not going. They're gonna have to be select. They're gonna have to bring. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard for me. Hey, Simone. It's
Hey,
hard for
Simone
me to do
Lovely.
anything with the Scots because I just keep thinking about how they did Kiki. Even when Kiki was there and he yelled at her about "Don't make me air your business out," I don't like men who do that to women. I just don't like that at all. I don't like to see that. You know the way he's just too chauvinistic, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's some single. I would like to see more single people on the show so that the couples can go do what they want to do, and the women, and there will be single women that's intermingled with the married couples that they can travel and do whatever, and they,
Absolutely. I mean, that might even add, a little bit more flair for the men to be around, other women
single men.
except for these married
Yes,
women.
I mean, it's just something different needs to be done because these two couples or just the couples just is not enough to have a couple there. You need to have a variety where that do appeal to your single audience viewers, to yours that are married, those that are divorced. Have something different. I know there's a lot
Just
of
like
dating men.
how on Real Housewives, how they have the friends of the show or whatever, like friends of the
Right.
show.
Something. It just something just needed to be added, and it doesn't need to be a couple per se, because we're tired of looking at husbands who like to really get involved with women's business. Well, let's just see some single people and follow some of their dating, or maybe they can, just something a little
To
different.
be
But look,
honest, I think that Carlos King tried to do a replay of when like Greg Leaks when he was on there, Cynthia's husband,
and
what's the
Peter,
guy
oh,
that
he
just went
loved
to jail?
Peter. He loved
Peter.
Peter.
So I
Hmm.
think he tried to do a remix of when, Peter was on there. Greg leaks, and it just didn't work out because those people are lying, everybody except for Melody. Those people really did, make a good living.
Did you see the restaurant pictures
No, I
with
heard
the
somebody
ones that
talking about a
Kimmy?
restaurant got an F rating.
Well, not just that, but the ones that Kimmy and them, the Scots allegedly had put out of something that they purchased and they were going to redo.
Hmm. Like a little sandwich shop, I thought it was.
Yeah, that's where they supposedly had the tasting, and it was looked like it was modern. That they added a little modern twist to that building. Miss BT showed, oh, that is false. Whatever they were doing, they done halted. Maybe in my opinion, Maurice, I mean Marceau got the contract because baby, it ain't finished.
Wow. Because
It's
they
not
don't even
finished
really
at
talk about it.
all.
Yeah, they don't really talk about it. Hey, Weekends with Winnie. Thank you so much for
Hey,
being here. Please like
he
the video and subscribe to
is.
the channel.
And you
Hmm.
know what? And that is where he's failing Weekends with Winning because look at your demographics.
Oh,
You don't have husbands watching this show. So he needs to maybe pull them back and restructure it a little bit more like Married to Medicine, where they're not so much of a storyline between them. They come
mhm.
together, they hang out, that they there, but they're not there. Because
Exactly. I love the way Married to Medicine, how they have their setup. The husbands are there, but they're not at the forefront.
right, right. They're gonna show up when required and but you never see them, pulling up on each other.
And then they'll
It's
show the guys hanging out by themselves or whatever the case may be, just the guys.
right. It's just something needs to happen that make it better. But look, I enjoyed this. I got to get up here because I know my Uber will be here in like
Absolutely.
25 minutes. And thank
Absolutely.
you because you helped me get some of
Thank
these
you
thoughts
for
out of my
coming.
head.
Yes, and thank you for coming up and filling me in as usual. Because
Yes.
whenever I see you in the chat, you can always come up. You know what I'm saying? And let
Oh,
me just
thank
see.
you.
Absolutely. And Weekends, let me just read what she said. Right. But he refuses to acknowledge what the fans demo is saying because that means making changes and admitting the audience is right.
Is
You hit
right.
it on
That's
the
right.
head, Weekends with Winning. That's exactly why he don't want us to be right.
Bingo.
And that's
That's
why he's bringing
bingo.
us along. Hmm.
That's that's
Absolutely.
that's the nail on the head, the straw that
Exactly.
broke the camel's back, all that.
Exactly, Winnie.
Definitely.
And Winnie,
Y'all
don't
have
make
a
this
happy
your last time
holiday.
coming through. You
I
too.
will,
Merry Christmas too.
Merry Christmas, y'all. All
Talk
right. I'll see
soon.
you all around these streets somewhere, I guess.
Alrighty. Talk
Thank
soon.
you,
Bye now.
CC.
Absolutely. All right. So guys, we got a lot of, new information. Same to you, Mary Goldbug, Godbolt, Merry Christmas. And Simone Wealthy said, sorry, but if anything is affiliated with CK, it will eventually become trash. He only picks misogynistic, abusive males and pick me women. That part, Simone. Exactly. And she said, traveling graces to YouTube. Absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. And if you have not done so already, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. And if you're catching the replay, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this stuff going on here on YouTube on Messy Mondays, which is now called Message Mondays, but it looks like it's Drag Carlos Mondays at this point. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And that's all for now. Bye for now.